Okay, moving on to our next module, we're now going to go through the Substitute Teacher Handbook and hit on some of the major things that are in the Substitute Handbook that is also included as a PDF on our file here. So the first thing that we're going to go through is a couple of the legalities with substitute teaching. So first thing I want to go through is, as you're working as a substitute teacher, this is not a contract of employment or an offer of a contract with the school district. As a substitute, I can't promise you that you're going to be working a certain amount of time, so many hours a week or so many hours a day. This is an as-needed on-call assignment, so this is not a guarantee for work. Based on this, this is a job that you can resign from at any time. Just you need to let me know, or you can be removed from the job based on performance, or if we have too many subs that are on the system. But this is not a guaranteed 20-hour-a-week job. It is based on the needs of the school district for assignments. The next thing I want to go over really quick is work performance issues. Anytime that there's a work performance issue with substitutes, those are reported to the Human Resources Department. What our process is if we ever receive notification that there's a complaint, there was some sort of issue that happened in the classroom, whether it was performance or something happened with students, we are going to make an appointment for you to come in and discuss the situation with myself and my department head. What we'll do is we'll have a discussion, what happened, what were the details, how were things handled, and then based on those things we may, based on the severity and nature of the complaint, we may have to do one of a couple things. We may have to keep you on we may allow you to stay on the list, but we may have to restrict you from subbing for a certain teacher or subbing at a certain school. On the more severe complaints or nature of things that happen, it may be something that we would have to immediately terminate the substitute, but we will have that dialogue and open door policy that we would want to meet with you first and discuss what happened. Next thing that we're going to go through here, if you have any questions, of course, on this, you can give me a call. Next thing that I frequently am asked is, well, okay, what are guest teachers paid when they come into the classroom? And this is going to show you the different classifications of substitute teachers and the wages that are associated with those positions. So first one is a certified substitute teacher, and for this level, this is somebody that has a current Idaho State teaching credential. So they have it in hand, it's currently valid. They would be paid a rate of $10.30 an hour. The next level is someone that is considered a degreed substitute. So this is a substitute that has a 4-year college degree or higher. So this would be your master's degrees, doctorate degrees, etc. The rate of pay for a degreed substitute is $9.35 an hour. And for this classification, these are, to be under this classification or the certified classification, I actually need to have a copy of either the teaching credential in a certified teacher or a certified substitute teacher class, or for the degree, I need to have a copy of their diploma that they received from their college or university, or I need to have an official transcript that shows the graduation date and the program that you graduated in. It can be if you have a master's degree and also a bachelor's degree, it doesn't matter which one of those that you turn into me, but I do need to have a copy of one of those on file for the higher pay. if you are say you are a student teacher and you haven't received your degree, you would actually start out as a non-degreed substitute, which would be the level C. And then once you turn in your degree or the transcript, then from that time forward, you'd move up to the higher wage. But we can't retro it back to the first day that you started. So it would be from that time forward that you would receive the higher wage. For a non-degree substitute, this would be a sub that has some sort of education. Maybe they've taken some college credits or they have an associate's degree, but they have not finished a bachelor's degree. One thing with long-term substitute teachers, this is a little bit different in the teacher and the principal of the school are the people that decide long-term assignments. This may be if a teacher's out with having a baby or other medical reasons that they're going to be out of the classroom for an extended period of time. The rates actually, if you look on page 5 of the handbook, the wages are going to change a little bit for the long-term assignment. The criteria for long-term assignments is, let's say it's a month that you'd be in the classroom for that teacher while they're gone. It's a consecutive month. Then the first 10 days that you work as a substitute teacher are going to be at the regular levels of pay. So what's shown here on this page. Then the 11th and subsequent days in a row that you're subbing for the same teacher, then it would go up to the long-term rates that are listed on page 5. So one thing to remember with this is if you are asked to do a long-term assignment, again, let's say that you're doing it for a month period of time, you want to make sure that it's in your best interest to cancel any other assignments that you've accepted during that time. Because for the first 10 days that you work for that assignment, you would be paid at the regular wages. But then the 11th and higher days, so day 11 through day 30, you'd be paid at the long-term sub rate. One thing to also remember with this is it is consecutive days. So if you, let's say you have an assignment there in the middle that you work for somebody else, you are going to break up that long-term pay. So it is in your best interest to cancel other assignments and just have that long-term assignment, because that will not mess with the long-term pay. If you have any questions on the long-term pay, you can go ahead and give me a call and I'd be happy to answer those for you. One other thing with wages, if you accept a job in ASOP and you have a confirmation number and you go to, this is for sub-teacher assignments, if you go to the school and you find out the assignment should have been canceled but it wasn't, there is a 2-hour paid compensation in the event that a job is canceled, a sub-teacher job is canceled without notice. We would still have you stay at the school and work, whether it's helping out in the office or helping out in another classroom, but you would be paid for 2 hours at the sub-teacher rate for coming in for an assignment that was canceled without notice. With your time that you work, you are responsible for recording your work time on the time cards. What this means is if you're at a high school and you're working a prep hour or a lunch hour, go ahead and put that time on your time card as work time. It is on your honor for that, but do put that time down. That if you're working with students, if you're prepping for the next class period, that you're going over the lesson plans, getting materials ready, go ahead and put that time on your time card and you would be paid for that time. One thing to note with that is we don't pay if it's non-working time. So let's say you are eating lunch and you're not helping students, or you're eating lunch and you're not prepping for the next hour after lunch, then that would be time that you would not put down on your time card. So just kind of the line to follow is if it's work that you're doing or you're with students and helping them with assignments, go ahead and put that time down on your time card. next thing with compensation is the time cards are actually turned into the payroll department at the end of the month. So if you work at multiple schools during that month, you're going to have multiple time cards that would be turned into the payroll department. Payment for that time is made on the 20th of the month following the 20th day of the month following the month that you submit the time cards. So what this means is if you worked in November and turn in the time cards on November 30th, they would go to the payroll department. You would receive your compensation for that time on December 20th. If you want a record of pay stubs, what your deductions were, wages, hours, you can go onto the district website under iVisions. Go on the website and go under staff, and then go under resources, and there's a link that you can go into iVisions that will give you where you can access that information. When you arrive at the school, these are just a couple things to make sure that you do. Always make sure you check in with the office. They'll get that time card ready for you. They'll give you special instructions for things that are happening that day, if there's additional duties, if there's fire drills, assemblies, etc. Again, the time cards are kept at each site, so if you work multiple schools during that month, you're going to have multiple time cards that are going to be turned in. When you get into the classroom, make sure that you read over your lesson plans before the students come into the classroom so you're prepared. Please follow those lesson plans. There are posted school evacuation plans that are on the wall there. I will go down, or I'll go through like fire drills and evacuations and lockdowns in another module. One thing to remember also is anytime that there's a lot of snow or inclement weather, please listen to the weather report for the day in the radio. If they call a snow day or a school's canceled day, you do not need to go in. You'll receive a notification from ASOP that school's been canceled for that day, and you don't need to go in for that period of time. And we will see you on the next module.